Hit record. And that is now live. Alright, that sounds good. Alright, now that's also right. Okay, good. Let's pop that there for right now. No, I think that's going to be good. Okay, then I do want to open up. Howdy, metal, heavy metal. Just getting a few things ready to set up, making sure everything is correct. But so far, it looks like I got everything pretty much all done. So that's going to be kind of cool. And then we also want to open up a new window just so I can lurk. Down here, there we go. And I don't want that. And I don't want that. Alright, alright. So... Oh, cool. Alright. Aha! Look at that. It works. Also, if, did that actually work? I actually don't... Did that... Oh, that did work. Okay, good. If, that notification is too loud, please let me know. It sounds alright on my end. I don't know if it's going to sound alright on your guys' end, so if it's too loud, let me know. If not, that's also pretty good. And it looks like everything right now is working like a charm. Alright. 5x5. Alright, we'll wait for a few more people to show up before I start talking about the NX and getting this loop started, or at least having help for people who need help with it. Because some people, at least in my alliance, kind of needed it. Alright. Okay, so we got a few people in now, it looks like, so that's good. Okay, I want to do that, and then that. Oh, that's funny, so those two, this... Alright. Oh, did I not copy that? Okay. Alright. So... Okay, I'm streaming, I'm doing that. We have a lot of high-level players in our alliance, so... I'm 38, so... Yep, well... There's a lot of it, but... You know, I like to help the lower-end players when I can. Alright, so, of course, the big thing we're going to be talking about tonight, at least generally, is the whole entire Xindi loop, and then the talking about it also, the NX01, how to crew it, what the best things are to use for it. So, of course, once you get the ship, which is more of a thing that you have to really do. You have to really go here to the export, and that's where you're going to get most of it. Now, I don't have a lot of the things that you guys, lower levels, have because I'm basically maxed. I've got a few things left to do, but my biggest bottleneck right now is just the epic credits, which I'm slowly getting. The big things that I would recommend for a lot of people to do if they can, which this Friday I will be doing the main thing that's for it, and that is getting your Terran store up, which include with that you need to do arenas for that. Now, of course, right now, Arenas is a day off in 18 hours. It's only on for, I think, like a 12-hour period. It's either 8 or 12 hours. It's not exactly the best, but the biggest thing is if you can get the Terran store up enough, you can get Borg credits. Not Borg credits, Borg reputation. And as you can see, that's at max pool, that's 5,000 rep. And of course, that is really beneficial if you can do it. Really beneficial. So the biggest thing that hi Damo. Oh, and Damo, look, I got some new things. I like it. I got some lovely follower cam, so I'm happy about that. So that was the big thing I recommended a lot for starters, everyone to do, because regularly speaking, your daily goal is only going to get you about 500, I think, Xborg credits, not Xborg rep, and you really don't want that. You really want to get up in the Xborg tree very fast, and you only need. So let's see if you're going to get about 5,000. So let's see. So there's 32. Oh no, 32,000, and then you want to divide that by 5,000. You literally, if you do this, you only need to pull this 5 times, 64 times. Right now, if you're going from an absolute 0, which that's actually really good. And then how many common credits would you need? So you need roughly about 200 of these common credits to get this up. And the one thing that's really nice about Arenas is, as far as if I remember, I don't think this is rep locked. I think you can get this pretty much instantly. The biggest thing that you need is getting this, which I'm maxed here, so my common credits are going to be a lot better off. Does this actually show? Yeah, so if you were doing bronze, you're gonna get 200. I think it's 200 of those credits a day at bronze, and you can do 3 pulls. So that's gonna be about 12,000. And that's the one thing nice about Arenas is you can literally This is right here is 4 losses for this. So if it's 4 losses, it's 7 days. Because you get about 400, which I won't be able to show you a loss because I don't generally lose, but basically 4 losses one loss gives you 400, or a win gives you 1,000. So if you need 4 losses to do a max pull, times that by 7, that's what going to be like 28. You just need 28 losses, and then you have enough to pull this max pull, which is going to be about what was it? I already forgot, man. What does it say again? 200. So that's going to be 200 of that. So, and this thing is needed. No, well, I guess it doesn't matter. So 200 times 3, it's going to be 12. So that means every day you'd be able to pull a 1 pull chest if you just lost and kept at the lowest rank possible in arenas. Like I said, on Friday, I stream these, so you can easily, and you can see how I win. I'll be doing even a setup, what I do for those crews, but that doesn't really matter right now. The biggest thing is, you really want to get your Xborg rep to max. Once your rep is max, there's going to be a few things you're going to want to get first. The biggest thing that I recommend getting would be, where is it? The crit floor. This right here is, if you really want to go into the Xindi loop, the crit floor is going to be your bread and butter. That's the first thing you always want, and you need this to be max. At max, that's 100%, meaning that the hostiles that hit you, because they have a negative beam, and I'll show you in a little bit, they take your critical hit down to basically to 0, meaning when you normally would hit a hostile, if you did a crit, you do 0 damage, which is really annoying, because that means you don't do any damage. So you really want that to be max. The So with those being done, and I'll show you how to crew the X1 in a little bit. The only other favor you really want in here, and this would be something you're going to get if you can keep doing this loop, would be the NX01 warp range. As you can see, you get at maximum at level 12, you get a 1.2k warp range on your NX, and that's base. No bonuses. I mean, it's just added. So as you can see with mine, if I go back out and go to my NX, I'm right now at 16. I'm at the 16k, and I guess I'll make that a little bigger. I can go here, and then I can actually show you again. I'm at a warp range of 16k, 1.6k. Sorry. So that means with this ship right here, and just so you know, as soon as you get the NX, you can get this. You don't have to be anything fancy. You can literally get this as soon as you get the NX. Because it's only rep locked with the X-Borg faction, not locked to your ops. Which is really beneficial. And the biggest benefit that you can have with this, if you have your NX01, especially for lower levels, the best thing for lower levels to do is hit up high. The starter chest for starting any armada is literally broken. So if you, level 70, I mean a level, let's just say, I think that's a is that a G4 ship? Let me just double check. What is this? A G4 ship. So at Ops 40, I think, I don't know exactly where in Ops, I think it's Ops 42, I think is when you get this. If you max that, you can literally go right here. And to put it in perspective, well, you might have to do a little bit more because this I have mine at 1600, and you need to at least get here for like if you're doing this loop, which is going to be like a 42 loop, which just one pull of this with the help of a big boy will get you literally set up for like literally a whole entire week. When you just start the Revenant loop, this is absolutely goated if you can get there. So this is really worthwhile. Another big thing you can do if you're actually doing the Xindi loop, which this is Xindi space, and I'll show you how to crew for this in a little bit. The biggest bonus is if you can go up here. Again, if I go down to here, this is 1,000 warp range. So if we go back to our faction store, and we go back to our export favors, go all the way back down to our warp range, you just need this at the bare minimum to be at level 11 to get here. Bare minimum. Technically speaking, depending on what level tier you have it, you might be able to get away with level 10. But let's just say you get there. Going here gives you rares. Now, I think rares are not beneficial to you until you get Ops 50. But still, getting here, for one, finishes the event right now that's going on, which will be, if I open up this, is the final weapon day, which will be this, is this quest? Yeah, final weapon. This one right here, just starting one rare, will give you enough to complete this in one go, which I'll show you how to get that in a little bit. Next, which if you are Ops 40, which is the best for you, is going here. To get the loot for the Ops 40, which I'll show you the pull, you just need to be 900 warp. Again, that means you need to be tier 9 of that, no, tier 10, sorry. Tier 10 of that warp exo for the NX. And with your NX, at Ops 40, when you get the NX, you can get there instantly. Now, there is a few ways to get the NX, which I guess I'll explain real quickly. Starters, the first way that most people get it, which is the most, I would say, expensive way to do it, is in your Xborg store. I don't have it here because I already own it, so I'm not going to see it here. The next best place you can get it is if you go to your gifts tab and go to the alliance. No, it's territory. If we have the territory, you can pull it here. Right now we don't have that. I don't think we have that territory right now. We're in the process of getting new territory because we just new season of territory. So this one is, I think, the fastest way to get it. The only other place I know you can get it right now, which we don't have the event right now, but you can get it in the event store. And they'll be like, when we have the Ferengi event, it'll be here under ships. I would suggest, to be honest, it's not. I don't think it's worth going here to get it, in my personal opinion. I think either faction or getting it through the 100 days through the Xborg store. So now, for these specific loots, I guess I'll show you that before I actually go into crewing, which will be in our gifts tab, and then we go to our alliance, and then you have now, just to put it in perspective, mine are going to be higher level because I'm op 65. Yours is going to be a little different. You have the uncommon, which unlocks when you get the ship, or I think at ops 40 or 42. I don't remember when the ship becomes available to you. You have the rare, which I believe unlocks at ops 50. And then you have the Xindi Rare Armada bonus pack, which you can only get this pack if you start the max tier rares. And just again, that is the one up here in 62 space, which if you have a max warp exo, you can get up here. And so I'll just show you generally what's in them. Again, I'm high up, so this is going to be the max pool. These are very beneficial. You get a guaranteed rare, which I'll show you another way to get those. And you can get a lot of these credits. These are kind of, they don't really give you much. Definitely don't slack on killing your freebooter dailies. Yes, that's true too. That's true too. And that is a really beneficial thing, Falcon. And of course, then you can get the main thing from here that I really recommend is if getting this artifact is really beneficial to you. These artifacts are okay, but as you can see, you're getting a lot of materials from this pool. So if you can get up there to 60 space to kill one uncommon, you're gonna be able to max pull this every single time this comes off a cooldown. Every single time. As you can see, for me, I have almost 500,000. And I only run these once every month, and I'm actually gaining more than I'm losing just by starting those. Now, of course, I do them solo because I can show you a certain crew for that. Well, Falcon, like I said, if you can do arenas, even if you lose, the max rep for the Xborg is 32K. If you can do arenas and at least do this, you can get 5K here at max. Now, of course, your rep does your pulls do matter, but if you lose once, you get 400 rep or 1,000 if you win. If you can win rounds, which this Friday I will be again showing and recording what crews I use for both being a PvPer and being a modder focus, and I can even help you set up teams, but that's going to be outside the focus fully of this right now because one, it's not Friday, so this is going to be the main goal that I'm going to want to do next time. But if you can get this and pull this all the time, you can max that favor that rep really, really fast. Like I said, pulling this pull right here, max pull, you can max it in 64 days. So with the Xborg, if you're at 0 rep in 64 days, you can max it that fast. Now, of course, it's going to be double that if you can only do a 1 pull. So that's going to be like, what, 128 days if you can only do 1 pull. Which, if you're in the Terran, if we go back here to the information, at the lowest rank, if you can max pull 3, you can pull one of those. You can pull a tier 1 every single day. And that's really easy to do. Really easy to do. It's like 5 minutes and you lose or win. You don't even have to leave out. Though, again, like I said, I'll show you how to do arenas a lot better. So, that is something you can really do really fast. And then I also, just so I can show it, I'm going to go back here. Go back to the rare Xindi. This is what the rare Xindi gets you. Most of this stuff, most of the stuff for me is better for to go out. The biggest things here that are nice are the gateway, which you really want this artifact. This will help you a lot. This artifact will help you really a lot. And also, this portal also really helps a lot. And then, of course, it's more G5 parts, epics. And you can get pretty good. And also, you get all the ships. All the ships. And you also get Tucker and him. That's right now, that's okay. And, of course, this G5 is only a G6. You can only get this in G6. And, you know, it gives you all this. It's really hard to get the triple pull every time. I only do the double pulls, and I do the Armada once a week, and like, you know, you can see all this good stuff that you can get. Of course, it's a chance base. I think it's like you get like 5 pulls, and it's all random. But again, that's the biggest thing. So now let's get into the actual loop of doing the whole entire NXL loop. Your main thing that you're going to want is you're going to want to go to these token spaces once you get the NX. I really highly recommend, to be honest, skipping when you start in the Ops 40 when you get to have to do the whole entire Xindi loop. Just wait until you get the NX. Once you get the NX, going to the token space is just so much more easier. Now, there is one main thing that you're going to need if you're going to do this. And I think I'll go here and go to refits. One of the major... Oh, actually, I guess I can go here to the refinery. It's not going to be exactly the same, but the main place after you get all your loot is here, which will be the Xindi loop. And as you can see, I actually need to actually go in there, and I can show you how to do that. But this is all the chests you can get pulled in here, and it's really good. This right here is your main chest that you pull in every day for this. I get max pull on that. And then this is your actual parts chest. To be honest, I really should stop pulling this. I really don't need to, but I keep... Oh, no, I do, because I need the opportunity chest chips. Those are... Never mind, so I do need those. This is another big one that you really want to be pulling every single day. Pick Q is... Once you go into G6, you want to max. And you want to max specifically for the bottom one here. This right here is the best ability in G6 you're ever going to get. You need this period. So that's my biggest recommendation to you, is you want to get... you want to be pulling this every single day that you can. And then this right here, which is a refit that you get normally, which you really want to get. And this is, I think, 120 days. This will get you an extra token to go into the NX01 token space. You really want to get that. And I'll actually show you what the refit looks like. If we go here, go to my station. We'll go here. Actually, I guess I could have gone the other way. Oh, no, this is exactly what I want to do. And then we go all the way down here. I believe... Is it this NOX? Is it this NX? No, it's the other NX1. It's this NX. Is it this one? Impulse, claim... Yes, okay. So it is this NX skin. And this NX skin takes... Oh, I don't know, because I already have it, and I guess it doesn't say. That's actually kind of interesting. Can I find a place where it would say... No, I don't know. I believe this is 120 days, or it's either 100 days or 120 days. I don't exactly remember. Maybe if I go to Hue, interact. Okay, so let's go here to ships. Oh, it's just not going to show up because I don't actually have it up. Alright, let's do this. Okay, so let's go here. Let's do all. Let's do NX. Oh. Oh, it's because I have it set to G6. Okay, no, sorry. So I want this to be, not M. NX. Oh, again, I need to hit N. NX, okay. Will this show me the refit? Ship ability. Is it this one? No. 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 Does this not... I guess this doesn't show... Oh, it does, but for some reason... Can I do page down? No, I wonder... I don't know why this is not... This should be working, but it's not. Because that's what I want to see. Come on. Come on. Alright, why aren't you working? This should be totally working. Yeah, I'm interacting with it. But for some reason, it doesn't want to scroll down. That is so bizarre. Can I do... No? Is there like a scroll bar somewhere? No, I guess not. Okay, well... I don't know how to exactly show that. But, Oh, hello! Sorry, also, just to let everyone know who's just followed, there's a 10-minute timer on the follow before you can go into chat. I'm sorry about that, but we had, like, a lot of, well, not hackers, but a lot of people trying to sell me, you know, cheap viewers. I don't want that, so I just kind of blocked it. But, okay, going back to this. So, yeah, you want this. I think it's 120 days. Maybe actually what I can do is just go to my own browser, and then I can do it there. Ship database. Go back. Just so I can actually see NX. Go to all. So, let's go down here to the refits. So, how long is it? So, this is the NX01. Oh, yeah, so it's 120 days. It's 120 days to get that. I don't remember what the polls are. Actually, does it say here? Did it say here? No, it doesn't say on the website. Okay. It doesn't say on that. So, but basically, this skin takes 120 days to get. And the best benefit that it gives you on the NX is it gives you a second Delta token, which will be absolutely the best thing that you can get in all. Because getting 2 of those will instantly speed up your loop really fast. So now we're actually going to go into crewing the ship. One thing for sure, one thing you'll notice real quickly, I guess I'll go back real quickly. Go here. This ship has literally no shield. The whole entire Xindi loop, shield mitigation is absolutely useless. So, you don't want that at all. So, when you first start this loop, there is 2 ways to do it. You can crew one of 2 ways. I think I still have the original. Yes. So, this crew set here is the crew set that you want to go with if you want to go for the one Pacific Hostiles, which I guess what I should really quickly do, thinking about it, is I'll waste an EXO, even though it's not worth it. I'll just quickly waste one because as you can see, I have 508. I don't need to worry about this. I know I could use the ability this thing gives, but I'll just go here and quickly show you the 2 hostiles that are in all token space. All these token spaces are exactly the same. The biggest difference is how much they hit for. So you have 2 ships. You have the Interceptors, which are way weaker. And these guys give less loot, as you can see. They give 1,500 of the loot that you want to tier up the NX. And then they give you 26 of the Xindi scrap, which is okay. The next one and that's what, right now, this crew right here is for. What this crew does is, if I go back here, you start out with Pick. This is from the Shakedown crew, and the reason why you want that is because of his officer ability, which which basically multiplies every officer buff that happens by 40%, which is really nice. Your next one you want is going to be Data, and you want Data because of the ISO damage, which, if I think about it, data actually might now be dated. We might have better officers to go there nowadays. So let's just go that. Okay, that's just something that you're probably not going to get much. There might be some better officers that you can put now in data spot, but so data might be kind of underrated now because I think there's better below side officers that can give you more isolated damage. But at the time, and to be honest, if you're early on, data is probably going to be the best. But there might be better ones also. And the next one you want is John Harris here. And the reason why you want that is because for the first round of combat, he ignored shields. And you'll see why that's really important. I might do, for me, I'm going to go a little higher than you guys are going to attack. Because this crew here doesn't really do much for me much anymore. The next biggest thing, if you have a Tier 1 NX-01, the next biggest thing you want is you want Harry Kim. The reason being is he gives morale. What you have max like I have him, 100% is really good. With Pike here, and his 40%, even a Tier 4 Harry Kim will be going off every single round because of how Pike works. So you kind of want to get Pike up. You want to get Pike in here because of that ability, and so you can get morale. The nicest thing about this is you'll have some bonuses in repair, a lot of things that I can show you a little bit later. The next biggest thing you're going to want, and this is really someone you should really try to max as fast as you can, will be Strange New Worlds Nurse Chapel. And the reason being is, again, she gives ISO damage. And ISO damage, especially on these Xindi hostiles, there is nothing to protect them from it. So you're going to hit really hard, and there's nothing that they can do about it because that's going all into their actual hull. Next, which is something that's more newer crew now, is Savick here. She also gives more ISO Cascade. Again, that's buffing up your damage. And then after that, I actually would probably would do it this way, where you then get B'Elanna Terrace. She's giving you Hull Breach, and just to put it into perspective, if you do a crit, Hull Breach multiplies that by 1.5%. So if you're going to do 100% damage with Hull Breach, if you do 100% crit damage and you have Hull Breach, now that's 150% Hull Breach instead of 100%. And that thing is, that scales. So if you're at 200% Hull Breach, well then, yeah, now that's at it's now at 300% hull, crit. So let's just see with my specific crit. Go here to details. My crit is 420%. So if I have 420% crit, I'm going to times that by, I think, 1.5. So I would right now, with the crit that I have, I'm doing 630% critical damage. And that's without any officer buffs or anything else, because I even have fleet commanders that are buffing that. So, Hull Breach is something, to be honest, that might be even worth having sooner. But I think crit damage, ISO damage is really going to be benefiting you the most. Also, the next thing I think that should probably be switched, and this is someone you should really be getting, is Hug here. He's doing crit damage, giving you a crit chance. So that means you're going to do more crit damage more often. Now, he is going to be more beneficial if you have a higher crit floor. And that's something that you can get in a few places. There's a bunch of favors, research, that will help increase your crit floor. So, he can be, to be honest, really, if you're really struggling on killing the ships, I either replace Hug, have either Hug, or I would have pick this guy, you know, for the hull repair. It just really depends on what you have. Next, of course, I have Neelix, the trifecta, which is really beneficial. I'll show you in the research what these guys can do. But again, this will be more beneficial to you on the next crew I show you for the next hostiles. But this is something that you're going to definitely want. And then just for me, I threw Dane down here. At the time, I don't really use this crew anymore. I use a different crew. And I'll show you that at the end. But that's generally what my crew looks like for the Interceptor hostiles. Which, again, I remind you, are the weakest of all of them. They give you the least amount of loot. Now we're going to talk about the Battleship token ones. The Battleship token ones, I believe it is, what is it? Yeah, it's 10 times. So the Battleship ones give 10 times the loot. The thing about them, though, is they will instant kill you, I believe, if you cannot one round them, which is basically where you can kill them in one round. You have a 33% chance after every round after that you will be sent home. And basically what we call that is the go home gun. It's a one-shot weapon that will do massive damage to you, and there's literally nothing you can do about it. You're instantly just gonna die. That's one reason why if you're using this crew, this ship, if you want to go after this ship, which I would recommend it not. Well, actually, you can still do this at tier 1. You can definitely still do this at tier 1. The crew that you're going to want to use for that is a cheese crew. Now, one thing I'll do before I go off and go on to the next one, if you have a tier 4 NX-01, this crew right here will 95% of the times kill those those battleships. About 95% of the time, which is really nice. Oh, sweet. I guess my thing changed because it's now no longer a 10-minute wait, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, so if you have your NX-01 Tier 4, which I believe if it's at Tier 4, you're going to have these 3 slots available, or I think it's either 2 slots or 3. I don't remember. You can use this crew set to instantly kill all battleships, and about 95% of the time. But now if you're a tier 1, your next best crew you're going to like is going to be this crew set, which this is called the cheese crew. This actually is specifically set up for the NX-01 whole loop. Your main character you're going to be using is Leslie here, and the big reason why I think it's Leslie is his main captain's ability. Now, it is being buffed by Moreau here, which I think if I get rid of it, 35%, did that actually go down? I don't remember. Sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. No, it doesn't. So, oh, it's 5%, and then with her, it's now 10%. So basically what this ability does is this repairs your hull if you go below 35%. The biggest thing, though, is you want to live the first round. If you can live the first round, this buff starts working its wonders, and it's really fun how this works. I don't think I have a hostile that can do it. Actually, I don't know if that's going to work. Now, the biggest thing that I did, which is more recently an update, before, what you would use here is she down here? Where is she? Where is, Giorgio? Yes. So, originally, I believe you would use Giorgio because of the fire damage, which is what you really want to do if you're doing, the whole NXO loop. You really need the fire damage, to do what it's going to do. Because basically, he is good for... Oh, no. Oops. Back to group. What Leslie is good for is it will keep you in the fight for 100 rounds. But the thing about it is, though, you need to kill the ship. This crew allows you to punch up really, really, really high. Things that normally would kill you, generally speaking, this thing will work. And that's what the fire damage is for, which is normally why Giorgio would be over here. But what I've done instead is I went with Anorax. The big reason is for his officer ability, he gives Apex Barrier. Nice thing about that is I'm able to hit even higher hostiles that I wouldn't normally be able to hit, because Apex Barrier nullifies damage that you'd be taking, and the higher it is, the better it is. So this is actually really good, and this is what I end up using. Now, I interchange, generally speaking, this more should be like this if you have a if you're not doing Giorgio, if you're doing Giorgio instead of, if you're doing Anorak instead of Giorgio, you kind of want this. If you're doing it on a battleship, you want to have him first, and then, of course, have it more like this. If you're doing an interceptor, you kind of want to have it more like this. And if you're doing an Enterprise, you want more like this. Again, this is the same exact crew, so we got Neelix, Harry Kim, Blano Terrace, Nurse Chapel, Savick. The only difference I have here, which is I've got Rachel Garrett, which I highly recommend if you can max her. Especially right now, if you Officer Depot tokens are going to go away in a month, max her as soon as you can. And the big reason is, again, she gives Apex Barrier against battleships. And since right now you're attacking a battleship, this will be a massive, really massive. And this is the next biggest thing. And I would even say, sometimes I would even do it as the third thing you pick, or depending on what it is, even the second thing you pick. Because that Apex Barrier will help you hit so much higher. And that's just the big thing is, you want Neelix, if you have a max, it gives a 100% chance of burning. You want him, because he'll help you in 100, because basically what fire damage does, is it does 1% of the hull of the enemy ship every single round. But the thing about it is, though, is it doesn't start the first round. It will be applied, but the damage will be done on round 2. Meaning that if it's on round 2, you're not going to be able to kill them if you don't do at least 1% damage. And that's one reason why I have a lot of ISO damage. So that way, on round, you can at least, by around 100, you'll have done at least 1% damage or more. So that way you can instantly kill them. And then after that, we then, to be honest, Tom Paris isn't actually really needed. Because when Moreau is max, she basically does that already. Basically what, oh, no, she's that seems like it's been nerfed. That used to be, I thought, a lot higher. So maybe, Harry Kim is, Tom Paris is actually really good nowadays. I don't know. But basically, this is what you want, and this is what we call the cheese crew. Now, to demonstrate this, I'm actually going to show you something that, let's see here. Let's go down to a ship that really shouldn't be able to do this. You're max, right? Yeah, you're maxed. You have max. Okay, well, Harry Kim won't be there. That's fine by me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Pelham out, and I'm going to show you exactly what the cheese crew does. I'm going to go here, and I'm going to open up a queue trial. Normally speaking, this ship should not be able to kill this. So much so, I'm actually going to take this off, and I'm just going to show you, I'm just going to do this real quickly. I'm going to go over here, just to show you this ship won't be able to kill. It should not be able to. I would be doing a different crew, of course. But I'm just going to show you. Oh, no, wait, wrong one. I want to go to ship 3, please. I'm just going to show you what the difference is between the cheese crew and just a random generic crew. As you can see, this ship should not be able to kill this at all. And I'll show, because this is one thing that I will say is really good about the cheese crew. that you should do. I believe I should be able to kill this with a cheese crew with this ship. I do believe. But as you can see here, I did not kill it. Of course, that makes total sense. This ship was never supposed to be able to kill with that Pacific crew. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go this ship now over to the cheese crew. Thank you. I'm not going to do this. Just click a random ship. Go back over here. Go back here. Go to Interceptor. We're going to go back to my Pallium. And then well, this is just basically crew only with whatever, buffs I'm getting from doing this. So as you can see, now we're coming in. And we're going to go back and we're going to attack the ship. And I'm going to scan it. Just so that way we can see the actual ship. And we're just going to wait a little bit. This should, I do believe this should be able to kill it. Did it kill it? Or did I not kill it? Oh, I guess, okay. I thought with that it should be, did I not win round 1, I guess, maybe with my Pallium? Yeah, okay, I didn't win round 1. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Alright, well, that was a bad thing. I thought I would be able to kill that with that. But I guess I'm not that powerful. Okay. I guess I should pick another one. Neelix is below deck. But the thing is, I didn't live round 1, so I need to switch to a different ship. What ship would be the next best ship I could probably pick? Are you maxed? That's a G5. It's not max level. I probably could get away with that. I'll just do this, and then let's just, yeah, I don't mind wasting a little bit of XP just to max it. Oh, yeah, that's true. I could, no, does that not, okay. Maybe I'll just go, yeah, discard. Maybe I'll just go back to, my, Pallium and try that again with chain. Pallium. Oh, wait, no, where's my better Pallium? There she is. Alright, yeah, so that's another thing you can do, which is another good benefit. So if I go back to... no, I guess I could do it by name. Another officer you could replace Anorax with is Chan, or Chain. I don't know exactly how you pronounce her name. Her biggest thing is she negates energy damage. So, and with... it should still work. It still should work pretty well, I do believe. I'll try one more time. The thing is, my NX, I can pretty much kill all of them, and so the cheese crew basically is completely useless on my NX. So I really can't do that much. Yeah, and that's one thing that Chan does not work with any hostile that is above level 51. So, you really can't be doing much. So, let's just see here. Am I able to kill this now? I don't think I lived past round 1 again. Did I live past round 1? This ship might not be the best one to test to show it on. No, okay, I didn't live that again, so... Oh, no, wrong button. I guess I just need to pick a... I guess what I'll just do is I'll just pick my, come on. Thank you. Go here. That's not maxed. I guess I'll pick my, Vindicator. I mean, my Gorn ship. That probably will be the best to, try. Because I just want to show what, what he does. So, I still can't think of any other hostiles I can really show, on. And I just want to show what Leslie does. So, Okay, well, this would be an okay example to show, even though it didn't fully kill it. I don't know why it didn't kill it. It should have done it. Maybe I can try... Again, I didn't go... Alright, well, I guess this hostile is just not going to be worth testing on, because, it's just not working on this specific one. I'm just going to kill it so I don't lose that out on that. But, basically, Leslie will do that. So, let's go here, here. We're going to go back here, here. Let's go back to this setup. And then I will show... So I want to go here. Just quickly kill this real quickly. Because I just want to do that real quickly. And then I'll go back and... So I don't lose this. My 1,000 of proto matter. I really want that. And I don't want to waste it. And then I'll show you... I'll just take my NX probably to the max space. I won't... I basically one-round most of them, but... I can at least maybe show you what it looks like, roughly speaking. But basically what Leslie does is, if you can at least live the first round, you'll basically go all the way till the end, and your ship will die. So basically, you'll get the same thing. You'll basically get a death animation, or you'll get, I think it's a parlay, I think they call it, but basically it's a draw. And if you click on it, both ships here show that they die, even though they don't live. Because basically, the big thing that Leslie does, which is he adds hull to your ship. So when the game calculates what you actually did, it realizes, oh wait, you actually have 200% hull. Your ship's not supposed to have that. So then it deducts that. And then realizes, oh wait, you got too much damage, so it instantly kills you. And so that's basically what Leslie does. And that's basically the main gist of it. So, we're going to go put this back. Now, the next big thing that you can do with your NX is, I'm going to go, this is really for, oh wait, I need Explorers, not Interceptors. There's my NX. So, once you get to Tier 2, there are basically a couple Chaos Techs that you probably really want to get. I think the best one to get for it, which is totally free to play, is the Control Seeker Probes. These are going to be the best. The next best one will be the Agamas, I think is what they call it, you call it. This will be better for the, really more for the, in my opinion, the loot that you get from it. But this is, Syndicate tier locked. And then the next one, which is, this is, Q trial locked, will be the, Cascade Warhead here. This is what I used for a long time. And then eventually I just kind of threw the Control Seeker on it. And now that's the best forbidden tech that you can probably put on it. There might be some new pro techs that might work, but this is what my biggest thing that I believe in, is doing this. Now, the forbidden tech, or I'm sorry, the chaos tech, the one that's specifically meant for the NX-01 is a temporal conduit. This right here will be your best bet. And the thing about this is it's actually really easy to get. Which again, if you have your NX nice and high up there. Nice and high up there. Where is it? Is it this? No. It's this one, right? Yes. So, if you have your NX, which I think you need to be Ops 42 to do this specific loop. What's really nice about it is this pull here. You can get a chance to unlock it. This Chaos Tech. That's why you really want to go very ham into the NX-01 loop and get that warp favor up. Because if you can go all the way up here to 70 Revenant space with your NX-01 and can kill start an armada up here and have one of us big boys, Damo, myself, I think CD can also solo these. Basically, you want to get up here because you can get... Now, of course, again, put this into perspective. I am maxed here, so this is going to cost way more than it's going to cost for someone who just got into this tier. But you can max pull this chest right here constantly. And this will get you your NX loop. You'll get all this good stuff here. Now, this specific pool is more for the loot that you can get from killing the hostiles. But the thing that if you can get up there, you can get the ship parts to tier it. And it's so much easier up here. If you're max pulling this, at my tier, I could get 60k every, I think, like 5 days this pool is available. You'll be rolling in the uncommons and the rares before you're even able to get to the epics. So you will be benefiting. One pull in Ops 40 territory, Ops 42 when you get the Revenant. One pull in this is literally... killing a 70 is so good. Which, if you can kill the Revenant, once you get it, this pull becomes way more easier. So that you can get the Temporal Conduit. So that's just the biggest thing, is that you want... Once you get to tier 2, you really want to put the Temporal Conduit here. The nice thing about Chaos Tech, as long as you have the loot to upgrade it, you can always upgrade it. It's not level dependent. It's not op dependent. The only thing that you have to do is be able to tier it. And as you can see, I'm maxed. It is so easy to max. So, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to go back here, and I don't really need to do this. I can kill the max tier. Oh, that's right. Okay. Discard. I forgot. I didn't repair the ship. Oh, I guess I'm in the lovely stuck zone of this ship. Looks like it's warping forever. Alright. Oh, now I got that ship. Alright. Alright. I guess I might have to restart my game, but that's alright. Let's go back here. Confirm. Do that. Okay, that's not fixed. Okay, so I'm going to go all the way out here. How long is it going to take? Oh, nice. It's going to take 19 seconds. I don't remember it taking that long. I mean, that's short. I remember that being like ages. That's definitely not going to be the case for you. Getting up here is going to be like, yeah. Yeah, see, that's what it's... Getting here with your NX01 at the lowest tier you can get, is going to take you a long time. Oh, and that's one thing, that's right. That reminds me. The one thing that really benefits about the NX01 is, since it's an Explorer... Hi, Slime Ball. Is you can do the full synergy of loot. Warp crew, which is go here, warp range. That is the full gambit of a warp crew. If it's at max, you can get 4 for the explorers to range. You can get another 15% from Garsh. And then you can get another 5% here. So now with this specific relativity, as you can see, I have a warp range of 2,000, 2.2k warp range. And if I go here, and let's just put all those guys below deck, and just so that way it doesn't yell at me, I'm going to do that. I'm now down to 1.967k. So that boosts you up so much. So you really, really... That's the one thing that's nice about that. That's the one thing... The NX01 with that warp favor can go all over the galaxy. Your Ops 40, you want to go... You have the extended universe unlocked, the deep space. You want to go to 60 space to... start an armada up here, an epic armada that gives you the best G4 and G5 regular armadas, you can get up here easily with the NX-01. And that's why you want that. Because you starting any armada that's above your pay grade, you're going to be literally swamping in it. So, okay, so now I have my NX-01 crew. I'm going to go up here because I guess this is the best place I can show. And I'm just going to show you. This is what you get from going up this high. I believe if I hit this, I'll be able to show, I know I can fully kill this. I don't remember. Yeah, I can kill it. Is that? No, because I have the, FT. But as you can see, just killing one of these for me, I instantly fill my cargo hold. Instantly. Like, look at that. That's massive. And one thing that's nice about this, which I actually what I should do real quickly, is I should pull this, and I'll show you the benefit, which is, I'll show you a specific crew that you're going to want for this. So let's do that. Let's go back here. Let's go to settings, and then let's go to turn off frequently viewed things. Even though I don't, it's going to be a waste, but I don't really care. I'm going to go here. I'm going to kill this. Oh, I'm thinking about that. I should really call these ships back. Because they're all over OPC. Okay, so one thing that's nice about the battleships that they give you, and I'm going to show you now, if I pull this chest, which you're going to get every single time, you're going to get these rare choice opportunity chips. What's really nice about this, oh, you're also going to get more stuff to upgrade your NX, and this is just random what you can get there. The nicest thing about those blue chips, if I go to my refinery, I go back all the way down to this, I go to the NX-01, which I haven't pulled because I've been lazy and should be really doing this. You can get, for 100, you can get a guaranteed rare and a guaranteed epic. And if you can farm enough for 200, which I like to do, max pulling, doing 200, you get another chance of getting more. So if you can get 200, I think it's like every so many days, you can get so many epics. And of course, I have boosts that are increasing all this. It's all the way max. So this is giving you a lot of stuff. And again, I kind of was waiting to do this loop to show you. But that's what this crew does. Now, once you get the NX tier 4, you can easily start really killing in here. Now, I think once you get tier 5 on the NX, I will show you a crew that you can use that will give you, specifically if you're farming for the blue rare chips. So if you're specifically trying to farm for these loots here to get these rare choice opportunity chips, I'm going to show you a very nice crew to use with that. And I guess another thing I'll be showing too is I guess I have to wait for the ship to get back before I can really show you. But the next thing I'm going to show you is how to kill these armadas, because as everyone can see, when I go over here to my, oh no, I need to go to events, go all the way here, I have not done my final weapon armada event yet, so I'm going to show you the crew that you need to use. And just to let you know, only one person needs at least 2 officers. At the bare minimum, 2 officers. Now, I can solo these, and it's actually really beneficial if you can solo them because you get a lot more loot. So once this ship gets back, I'm going to repair because I need some crew from the bottom of this for the armada. So, okay, so now I need to repair this. And then I'm going to go over here. Now, oh. That's a lie. You said you were going to, now let's just do that. Alright, so I'm going to go over here to this. So, the crew I like to use, I'm going to go over here to this preset just for a little bit. I am going to fully loot, running this ship, run loot crew. So I'm going to be getting all the loot I can get from this armada. There are 2 officers that you need and must have for doing the Xindi armadas, rares or epics. I mean, rares or uncommons. You need Neelix for his burning. And then you need this guy here. And what you need him for is the assimilate. You want to get this max as soon as you can. These two officers here will instantly, generally speaking, win you all Xindi armadas. Now what I do is I like to do the standard Voyager crew. If you're a lower end ship, Big Hug will really work. But this is generally what I use. I use Enterprise E Picard for his looting, which gives you a base of 60. If you have Rachel Garrett, which is somebody oh wait, don't you remember I said that you want to max her? You want to know why you want to max her? For her looting ability. This is what I generally use her for. 200% to looting. And with Enterprise Picard here, with her, she gets a bonus of him to 40%. Meaning, when this ability is maxed, you're getting just these two officers alone, you're getting 300% to looting. Next, you want to then do 5 of 11 for 100% looting. Now, though, saying that though, I think if I go here and go to looting, there are now some new officers that will be replacing 5 of 11 for armadas. Do I not? No, I do not have them. So I'm just going to quickly go out, go here, go to officers. This should be set still to looting. Data here, I believe, is somebody here that will be replacing 5 of 11 once you have him maxed. That 150% is going to be very beneficial to getting pure loot for armadas. I don't believe... okay, Rathacon Scott will also be really good. If you have him higher tier than the other guy, this guy I'll be showing later off. He's already on. This is for only mirror only. Nah, she's useless. Okay, that's for the augments. That's only for leaders. Again, no. This is also another good officer for armadas, but to be honest, if you're specifically running Rachel, she's not good, especially if you have Enterprise Picard. It's so much better just to run those two for synergy. I guess the only other thing that you're going to want to use is the Doctor from Voyager, which he'll give another 50% to loot. So, now with our full loot crew set up, I'm just going to turn this off because that will drive me nuts a little later. I'm now going to take my ship up to here. Now, I could use a different ship. I could use a different ship for this. But for me, at least for right now, Forbidden Tech and Chaos Tech doesn't really matter. But if you want a lot of ships, the best thing to do to get more loot is running the Agamis for that 33% more loot. I don't know if the Syndicate Bomb, which gives more loot, but I don't know if this doesn't work. Because just because it doesn't say any no armadas, well, I guess that says no armadas, so that would not work. So the Agnes booth would definitely work. The other FT that would work if you don't have it, which you can get a lot faster, is the Borg Enclave. This will also work, but of course you're going to be getting a lot less loot off of this. This will also work. The other thing, if you really want loot, running the Thought Maker. Oh, I guess the Thought Maker does not work, so the Thought Maker won't work. But I guess sometimes it does. It's kind of hit or miss what they consider. So when it comes to FTs, those, if you really want loot, generally what matters. If not, just running armadas. Another big thing that a lot of people don't know about is click on an armada before you start. It has loot. This one has 1.19 million. This one here has 1.34 million loot. This here will be way better than this one if I start it. This one has 1.3, but sad to say, this one for some reason is bugged. So I can't start that one. Since these guys are doing that, I'm not going to steal it from them. I'm going to go over to this armada, and I'm going to start it. It needs 5,000, which, to get you can get that really easily, actually, and do this event every week. If you go to your faction store, and you have, again, wow, if you can do Section 31, you can get this. I can't show you because I don't have, sad to say, it's set up to go look at these. But you can get 5,000 every single day in here. You just need to do solo waves, which you need to be a certain rep, I think, to really get that. Which, shocker, shocker, guess what you can also get here? 3K of this. Again, it's really fast to do. If you're not doing it, the Terran store, arenas, if you don't do it, you're really hurting yourself. Really hurting yourself if you don't do this. I really recommend you doing it. But okay, you're now in Armada. I can start this. And I'm just going to speed it up. And I'm going to show you how much loot I get from this in total. Of course, you really want to go up here. And the biggest thing I'm going to show you is the chest you get. The chest is what you want. You don't want... if you had an NX-01 right now, up here, and I was doing this armada for you. So, you were here, had my ship here to kill it. You're not going to get a lot of loot. Okay? You're not going to get a lot of ship loot. Because the ship who has the higher damage is what... Oh, that's kind of interesting. Oh, that's sad. That sucks. Okay, but... Basically, if we were in here... If you had two ships... How loot generally works in armadas is the ship with the higher power gets all the loot all the time. Period. So, you wouldn't be getting the 5 million from this. You probably, with a full loot crew... might be getting maybe 1 million, maybe under 500,000, roughly that. But that doesn't really matter. What really matters is this pool here. If I click this, this is what you get. You get almost over 500,000 of the rare Armada stuff, and you get this. Again, this is only beneficial when you're in G6. So, if you're Ops 50, when you're doing the rare, when you're really wanting to do these, this doesn't really matter much. This matters. That is so massive. So massive if you can get this specific pool. And that's what you want to do. With the NX-01, with your max warp favor, which remember, mine right now gets up to 1.6k range. You can get up here with the NX-01 warp favor. It takes you 5 minutes to get up here. And the biggest thing, if you, for us upper players, which some of us will end up doing, is we'll use our NX-01 here, and we will hit the Omega drive on you, meaning that allows you to live an extra round. To be honest, though, if you're doing this event, you only need one, which I just realized that's kind of interesting. I didn't get that. Did this not trigger? Oh, it did trigger. I guess I claimed it out of habit. But basically, as you can see, one Xindi Armada got me the full 13k points. Of course, this is G6 loot. It's going to be a lot different for you. This is really beneficial. All this stuff is very beneficial. Tucker is one of the things... The only thing I say that Tucker's good for is the species... basically the Voyager loop. This ability is used for some hostiles, but generally speaking, I don't generally... Tucker is not someone I generally use on a regular basis. So, but that's the biggest thing. if you can start the Armada up in the higher areas, they don't give you a lot of loot. Actual physical loot, because the big boys are taking it from you. What really matters is the chest pulls from them. You'll get so much more loot, and that's, for me, it's one reason why. If I go here to my chest here, okay, I have several million epic, several million rare, and several million actually, I have billions of common. This right here is the biggest reason why I recommend people getting the NX-01 and maxing that warp favor. Because claiming those, you can do max claims. And for an Ops 40 player, that's massive. An Ops 50 player, that's massive. G6, you really don't need it in Ops 60 plus. It's that those pulls are basically more of a habit for me than anything else. And so that's the biggest thing that you want. Now, once this ship gets home, I want to show you how to get nothing but the rare choice tokens to be able to the crew that I use to get these pulls, because there's a specific crew you can use for it, which is really beneficial. Also, one thing to let you know, if you can kill them, this crew actually really does help with the chests, with these chests. But okay, so I want to go here. I want to speed that up. So now we're going to go to the NX. Just to let you know, the NX can really only kill these ships. They have a specific buff, which I think I have. I can show you here. These guys have a buff, which is this one here. That they do they do 10 shots instead of the 1 shot. Because the main buff that the NX-01 has, is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. So the NX nullifies those 9 extra shots. So other ships will die if you don't use the NX-01. But so the main crew that we're going to want to do, and this is what I like doing, is get rid of all these. And I think for most players around tier 4, you can't do it around tier 4. To start using this crew, you want to be around I think Ops 8 tier 8 of an NX. So the first guy you're going to want is Anorex. The reason being you want Anorex is for his captain's ability. And the reason being is he buffs that specific bonus. As you remember, when I pulled that, I got 10. So I want to show you what it is when I group. I want Seska because I want to have the full gambit. I will show you what it is. Again, I have 508. I'll waste a token with him not there and a token with him there. The next big thing that I like to grab, if I'm doing it, of course, we want Seska. We're gonna want Carol. We're gonna want her. The next big guy I like to have is Dane. In my personal opinion, you really want that to be like that. Dane first. You're gonna want Harry Kim. You're gonna want Balana Terrace. You're gonna want Neelix. Again, at my level, I really don't need these. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna move it this way, just because I can one-shot these, and I'm just gonna show you for a show. So we're gonna go here real quickly. Alright, so I'm going to go here, and I want to let you know, this goes for all ships. So just because if I kill a tier 40, or if I kill a tier 40 62, the main ships are always going to be the same. Yes, it doesn't really matter. The big reason why I put Dane is just because it gives me a little bit more impulse speed, which allows me, if you're going to go for a long periods of time, to not spend a lot of time in system. Because, mind you, the ship's not slow, but I really like my 300% to impulse speed, which I think actually when I go home, that's actually going to go down a little bit. Yeah, it's going to go down because I have a buff that gives me a little bit more. But that 600% is really nice. So I'm now going to switch this guy back over. And I'm going to go... I guess I can just go back here. And I'm just going to show you the difference. Because, again, with specifically today's date, which I remember, I just see that. I need to pull those. There is another mission here that you want to do. And that is killing the Xindi, which this mirror dust, if you have it, is so good. So good. Okay, so, okay, come on. Thank you for the spinning wheel. So, alright, so before I do that, I just want to make sure we got dailies in 10 seconds. Did I do all my dailies? Oh, I want to quickly claim that. Okay, good. I'm glad I came to check that. You don't need it. I want to claim that. Oh, that's done. Okay, I didn't realize that. That doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm going to go here, and I'm going to show you the difference. So, I'm going to pull this. As you can see, I get 10 rare choice opportunity chips. Now, with Anorax as captain, and he's now getting a 50% boost, I'm going to do and kill this guy again. Every time you kill them, you get a guaranteed kill chest. I don't really care about the loot. That's why I'm down here in 40 space. I'm going to be farming for the chips. Now with Anorax here, if I pull this again, look, I get 15. If you got a tier 8 and you want these rare opportunity chests, you really want to be doing that. Now, one thing that's really nice, if you were smart and you got yourself the a temporal conduit, that 50% means you could kill these faster. At tier 4, you could probably theoretically start farming for those rare opportunity chests. And just look at that. That gave me 15. If I roll out, I zoom out a little bit. What I like to do is I go and target one of those. And if you have like a charge shard, this makes it really easier. Wait, because for me, I got that. I then go after an interceptor. I then go after a battleship again. Go after an interceptor. I guess that battleship disappeared. Go back for another interceptor. A battleship. Go after an interceptor. And the reason why I do this alternating in this pattern is because due to the small fact of the annoying fact that hostiles respawning in here. I find that if I generally go after just the battleships, I will never get another intercept. I'll always get interceptors, meaning I'd have to wait, or I'll have to go out of the system and go back in the system to find a battleship. Oh, I guess I need... Okay, yeah. So, I find that generally really personally annoying. So that's why what I'll always do is I will go for... After I kill a battleship, kill an interceptor, and then go back to a battleship and kill it again, and then go again for another interceptor, and go back here, and just keep doing that in this specific pattern. And generally what I find is that you get the battleships to spawn way faster. And so you can just keep on doing that, and then you can sit here for hours if you want. It's really up to what you end up wanting to do, how long you want to sit here for the time you've got. I find doing this, especially if you're on a phone, you can just do this as you're watching TV or something and just tap it every so often. Yes, and that's true too. You can be fully full, and you can still be getting those chests. So at the end of the day, I could go all the way up to 62 space. I just generally find that I don't really need to. Now, one thing I'm going to show, and this is something I'm going to, after I get done killing these, I'm going to send this ship back, and I'm going to show you a crew that I like to use right now at Op 65, killing the 62s. If you're specifically trying to go after one thing and one thing only, and that is you're trying to go after the tech modules and also the Xindi scrap. I'm going to show you the crew that I like to use, which is going to be really fun, actually. But I'm just going to kill these two guys, because I really do need... I do need these blue chips, and since I'm here, I'm going to just... I guess I'll just do nothing but them for a little bit. And then I want to show you what I like to do for a Pacific crew for this. And, oh yeah, all my ships are home, so yes, this is going to be really easy. I'm just going to kill these last 3 battleships. Oh, that's another... You know what? This doesn't matter. Let's just go home. Let's just go home, because I want to show... Battleships, you know, now that I'm talking about it, battleships are just non-stop spawning, so... Are you going to go home, please? Thank you. So, I'm going to show you a crew that I love to use now that I have, I can easily kill up here. So, I want to do this, repair. Okay, so go here, go here. I'm now going to... No, actually, go back. So, I'm going to go back here. I'm now going to go over here, and I'm going to click on cargo capacity. I'm going to remove this guy, remove that person, remove this person. Okay, I believe it is... No, not you. Is it you? That's 40%. I think it's... I do him. I think then I do this guy. Yes, you can do that. Data is below deck, so I'm going to want to remove Neelix. Stone is, I think, 40%. I don't think... Yeah, you're 45, so I want to do him. And then it's this. Okay, so what I've done now is this ship is fully cargoed out. So right now I've got a cargo space of 62 million. I'm just going to quickly undo this, unseat it, and move it to another place that doesn't have any cargo. So if I go back, there it is. So normally I have 51 million cargo. That's what I normally have on this ship. Now I have, when I put this ship on, go back to Explorers and put it on. Now I got 62 million. You can if you want. I don't recommend it. You could put on, like, the whip. It gives you more cargo space. Probably the mining FT would also... No, that's... yeah, that would also give you that, but I think the whip would be the better of the two. I guess it doesn't really matter, but basically right now, the main goal of this is I want loot. As you can see, I got a lot of it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here. Yep, go up here. Because what I'm right now specifically trying to do right now, and if you have the FT, that's really what you want to be, not FT, if you have the Chaos Tech, this really helps if you have the Chaos Tech here. This really does help. But yeah, so we're going to go up here. So we're going to wait for my 1 minute timer to go up here. Alright, come on. This takes a while. Alright. Alright, come on. Come on. So now what we're going to be doing, go in here. Now we're zoomed in. So now with my ship here, I'm going to go after one of the ships here. And the one thing about this ship, well, I guess I'm actually, do I have one that has more loot? Because it's actually kind of nice. Okay, here's one that's got 11 million. Do we have any here that, Okay, ooh, this one has actually better. Normally, if I kill this hostile, I actually waste loot trying to kill him. And as you can see, with my Pacific ship, I can kill this. And look at this. I'm maxed. I'm still maxed after doing that. But look at all this. This right here, one round here, one of my favorite pulls in the NXO store needs 300k of this. I can do, if I wanted to, every single day. If I did this twice every day, I would be able to. I have a bonus of Xindi scrap. I get 62k of that. If we go back down here to the refinery and go all the way down here to the NX01, for me, max tier, Xindi pull, I only need 14k. Only need 14k. You need 50k for this. And then you need, if we go here to the faction store, I think I might be able to see this in the Xindi. Yes, here it is. Oh, it's 6k. So, I have to go see what that is again. I think I actually get every 2 days. I think you have exactly enough for that. Am I correct about this? No, so not exactly, but you could do a few things to be a little different. If I went after one of these hostels that gave a little less of this, I probably could have done a little better. But you can then pull that every single day, which this specific pull is really nice. As you can see right now, I have 26 million of this stuff. You get a chance to pull this. Now, you only see this chest, though, is if you're at a certain rep level. Again, that's one reason why, if you can do arenas, you want to do arenas. Because this stuff helps a lot at tiering your NX01, because it needs those credits to tier it. And so, this is my favorite crew to come out here with. Just kill one of those. I'm getting my 10 blue chips, and I'm getting a whole bunch of loot. It's really nice. And then you just send it back home. If you really want to do it, the best thing I like to do is have my discovery ship so I can just summon it back and I don't have to wait 3 minutes. I just need to wait 2 minutes. Well, it's not exactly 2 minutes. It's like 1.5 minutes. But you know what I'm trying to say. I can basically just do that. And since I have 503 here, I might go... like, once... I don't really farm this loot until my Xindi scrap is basically low. Because the tech module side of things, I'm getting enough where I never need to worry about that. Xindi scrap is more where you get that stuff where you need to worry about it. So, let's just see here. How is this going, by the way? Oh, I'm maxed at that. Huh, I'm not getting this pop-up. I'm not... That's a little, I think maybe I need to restart my game. Because I don't remember claiming that. So, let's just do a quick Alt F4. That will do a quick crash and then reload. And then I want to go back to here, load this back up. Because I should be getting those pulls, and I don't remember pulling them. I wonder if I need to set up a, I need to set in a ticket. I don't know if I'm getting that loot or not. Actually, wait, let me check Discord. Let's just make sure they didn't, like, give any known issues or not. An issue where officer and ship's abilities are not firing properly. Okay, that doesn't mean... notification, that's not nothing I need to worry about. Broken rare Xindi Armadas are... number of servers. No, so... maybe now that I restarted... Okay, now it looks like that I restarted. I think I have it, but I need to wait for myself fully to load in before I claim it. So, okay, so I guess I just had to restart my game. Okay, so now if I click this, now I should be getting my rewards. Oh, no, I clicked the wrong button. Oh, I guess it's wanting to keep popping up this. That's weird. Maybe if I claim something here, that will fix it. No. Okay, well, I'm not getting the pop-up for those rewards. Alright. So I'm hoping I'm getting it or not. I don't know. I might as well just claim these just because I want that. I don't really need the commons. I really want the rares and the epics, but alright. And that doesn't... Let's just quickly claim this so that way. I am, though, going to wait to claim this until the Syndicate event comes around. Alright, well, I don't know why I'm not getting that pop-up. But I guess one thing I'll show you that is going to be really beneficial, and one reason why everyone should really be doing, at least killing the Xindis for that one event, is the mirror tree. As you can see right now, the main goal of the mirror tree is all the way to the far right is to get this. This right here is the main goal. And this is one reason why that event is really nice. This 50% to ISO damage is absolutely sweet. And you want to know why? Because you actually get more than 50% with that. As you can remember, when we were with these officers, and I'll just do this real quickly so I can go back to those officers again, because they're below deck. The main reason why you wanted Savick and Nurse Chapel was because they give isolytic Cascade. Now, just to let people know what Cascade is a multiplier on your current ISO. So right now, with these two people, I'm getting a 90% chance, so that is a 1.9% ISO bonus. So if I go here, my isolytic damage is 484.1%. Now if I multiply that by 1.9, that means right now, with those two officers, this actually is no longer 400. It's now 919.79. So let's just say, for the sake of rounding up, it's 920% ISO damage. That's a lot of damage. So if I go here, and I go here, to that one ship that I just killed, okay? This one ship that I killed. If I go here, and I go down to my damage, on a standard damage, look at this. I'm doing, what's it, hundreds, thousands, millions, billions, trillions. I'm doing 5.7 trillion damage of ISO damage. Now, of course, the Xindi Armada's shields are taking up most of that. But I'm doing 1.3 trillion damage to this Xindi Armada. Thanks to my maxed out, my tier and all that ISO. And look at that. 2 shots. So let's see. I went 2 rounds on this. 2 rounds. Look at this crit. Look at that crit. This is what ISO damage does. ISO damage is a multiplier to the already a damage you've done. And so, I'm taking that 1.5 trillion damage that I would have normally done. Now I'm putting and adding 21 million more to it. 21 trillion more to it. So right now here, I'm doing like 22 trillion damage on a crit. Now, yes, the mitigation, which you cannot... There are some officers to get rid of this. Also, there's officers to get rid of this, so that you can just go bypass the shields. But I'm putting basically 5 trillion damage into this hull. This is why you want... And so that's the one thing. With that extra 50% to that, so let's just see here. Cause I want to see. So, I'm at 4.1. I'm going to add the other 50% to that, and then I'm going to multiply that by 1.9. So right now, if I had that extra 50%, okay, normally you would say, oh, well, that 50% actually gave me more, because I'm actually kind of curious. So let's do this, brackets, minus 191.79. So with my isolated cascade I'm getting, which is being multiplied by 1.9 by 0.9%. Oh, I'm actually getting an extra 45% with my cascade. 45% from that 50% that I would have if I get when I add that to my account. I'd be right now, if I could get that to my account, I'd be at 1k isolytic damage. That's a lot. And that's with me having 500 once I can get that. Actually, I'm just going to do it faster. So I'm hitting my U key. And going, not Maverick. I don't want Maverick. I want Mirror. And that's why you want to get this as fast as you can. And that's also why you want that cascade. Because that cascade just multiplies itself. I'm doing an extra 1,000 damage. An extra 1,000% to damage with that. That's one reason why you really want to be doing that event to be getting this. Now, yes, this right here is really expensive. Mind you, I could have gotten here a lot sooner if I didn't put a lot into this. I only need to put this to tier 4. I wasted about 5,000. If I didn't put that in there, I would have already had the isolytic damage right now. That's roughly what I'm missing. What I actually put in there. But that's what you really want, especially for most players. This right here would be really good for a lot of you guys. This stuff here. So, oh, okay, I didn't know that I did that. So, that is the biggest thing with the NX01 loop that you really want to be working on and working towards. But, again, the biggest thing, though, in my personal opinion, especially for you lower ops players. Now, I think you need to be ops G5 to even do the Terran Empire. So I do feel sorry for you Ops 40 players. It's going to be a lot harder to get into this specific loop. And again, on Friday, around the same time I started this stream, I will be showing you how to do the full arena loop, what crews to use, best ships to use for different tiers, and also what party members to do, who should do what. So I'll be doing that next week, and I'll also be doing a video on it, and I'll be also uploading that later on to my YouTube channel, which then I'll post to you guys, so you guys can watch it later. But that's just the biggest thing about this NX01. It's if you can get that warp favor, you can go anywhere you want. Ooh, I don't need to click that. You know, you can take that NX01 to any Armada that you want. Like, another big one that is really good that now we can start, us bigger boys can start soloing. You can go up here. You can get to the relativity armadas. Let's see, how big do you have to be up here to get it? 12,000. That's that one Warp Exo. You can get up here. And that loop is also really good. So if I go to the DTI store. Oh, okay, I can pull those tomorrow. So, you get all the way up here, okay? With that specific loot, you can pull these. If you can start those Armadas, you can pull this. Max pulls. You're going to speed up your relativity ship massively. You're going to get the credits massively. Also, the thing that's also really good is this. I am getting G6 epics. These are all free. I have not spent a single dime on any of these ships that you see here. All the blueprints here. All these. Okay, now the ones, everything that shows a 1, I did buy, technically speaking, the faction tier-up gift. Because I wanted them. But all the ships I've gotten here are literally because of that. It's just max pulling this every single day. I'm getting 50 epic shards every single day. That is massive when you're a low level. I would have killed when I got if the relativity was at my ops when I got it. I would have killed to have all this stuff. I had to do this manually. One thing that's sad to say that the the Terran store gives this is giving kind of a waste that you can get a cost reduction here in the Terran store to G3, G4, and G5 and G6 ships. Which, okay, is a little low. But the thing that's nice about that, though, is if you're actually here as a faction, you can get the miners for the discounted price, which is going to be really nice. So, even though the DTI relativity doesn't give you miners, the credits are still useful, and that one thing is still useful. But that's just the one thing about it is, you can go up there so high, and that's the one thing I recommend. Everyone should get their US relativity. Everyone should be getting this ship. This ship is my daily driver. I can do everything with it. And that's all because I can take my NX up here. Now, mind you, back in the day when we actually were doing this loop when it first started, no, we didn't have any big enough people to really carry the 70s and live. But now, if you're an Ops 40 player when you get the NX, and you can go all the way up here and actually start one of these armadas, you're going to be swimming. Another benefit that you have of killing these specific armadas, if you go here and go to artifacts, you can go to the primal artifact. You can max pull this. I did a run where I had 10 of these 10 starters. I pulled this basically about 100 times with all the loots I did for starting the level 70, and we won. That's massive. You young players getting this is massive. The staff here, you can max the G3 epics way easier. Mind you, that's not going to be as good. The G4 thing here, this is going to be massive for you. Maxing your epics. Another thing that's going to be massive for your growth is this. Getting cheaper ship parts. These weapons here. This is against players. This is for your kinetic weapons, which is for all fights. PvP and armadas. And PvE. Again, this is for energy weapons. Everything in this thing is beneficial to you. And that's all just from getting this ship. That warp favor, you can get up here. And again, like I said, once you get Ops 40, I think it's Ops 50. I don't know if it's Ops 40 or Ops 50 when you can start going here. I think it's Ops 50. So that is a bare minimum of Ops 51. Ops 51 will get you into the Terran store. Just max pulling this. So losing at the bare minimum 28 times. Just doing 28 rounds and losing. Letting the enemy win. You can max pull this. And you can pull this in 128 days. You'll have... Oh, no, sorry, not that one. This one. You'll have the Borg. And that's if the Borg is tier 0. But to get the NX-01 and get those warp favors, to get all that stuff, you get the NX already, you're going to be already up there. Of course, unless we have our TC, which gives that, you could already have that ship all ready to go. And then just get that. And then you can go up here. It's going to be absolutely sweet. Another one you can start doing is once you get the mission for here and finish it, you can go into rares. You can start doing the rare the group armadas. You can then start doing the higher end common for armadas. What's the other place? Again, you can get to all faction space with that once you get to Ops 32. Ops 42. You can go here. You can then start killing the armadas up here. Easy peasy. So that's just the one thing that the NX and getting that favor and really working on that loop is really beneficial. is you can go anywhere in the galaxy with it. Like, just to put it in perspective, okay? This is G7 space, okay? I'm not G7 yet. I can get, right now with this ship, all the way out here. 72 space with this ship. So you can explore out here. Mind you, I don't recommend it, because you can't kill anyone up here with this ship. But you can explore all this galaxy just with it. And so it's like, it's so nice. I think that's really the G6. You can't really do anything with the NX-01 up in there, really. But yeah, that's just the real. Another place that you can really do. We don't do it as much anymore as we used to. Is you can go up here to this space here. I'm just going to show you by using its ability, which is really nice, and that it's appearing in here. You can go up here to these armadas. If you have starters for these armadas, come on, you can start killing these. Which, this right here is really beneficial. I don't have the chest, so I can't really show you what these give you, because I've maxed my Vidar. But you can go up here, you can start killing these. You can start max pulling that chest. That's massive. And all you gotta do is start this. And then one of us higher end players can come here and do it. And the one thing that's nice about it for you is you can actually throw a loot crew on this. Yeah, you're not going to get as much loot, but you can actually get more loot because you don't have to worry about living. And we can just go here and show them. Like, one thing that I love doing for our lower players is I will go here and I will pick my Vindicator. I will throw the loot crew that's on it like it is right now, nice and damaged, and I'll activate its ability, which is Taunt. I can one-shot most armadas, meaning that you will take 0 damage, because Taunt puts all the damage onto my ship. So meaning right now, if you started one of these armadas, I would put this Taunt on, all the damage would come to me, and you would instantly kill it. I mean, we would kill it, and you would take no damage. Meaning that you can just run all through all of your starters, and get all the starter loot, and you won't die. And that's one thing that back in the day when I used to do this, I would die all the time. I would have to send my NX-01 with a 4-minute warp all the way to 60 space, and that would take me 4 minutes just to get out here. It was slow and painful. But now, with this, like I said, like the Vindicator, and I put that ability on for 40 minutes. I think it's 40 minutes. I think it's about 40 minutes. You will take no damage for 40 minutes. If right now, if I came up here with my Vindicator and you were starting all these armadas. So that's what is really beneficial. The one place that the Vindicator won't work on, and that is this space here, sad to say. You can't use a Vindicator on these armadas. So you will die with your NX-01. You will die up here. But you know what you do? You take your NSCA and you buff yourself. You just buff yourself. And if you really want to get up here, the best thing I would recommend is so I'm gonna recall. If you don't need to go there with warp, if you don't need warp range, which I'll show you even the bare minimum, you just need this. And then what I end up doing is I would go to warp speed, and you do that. You want Miles O'Brien there. You want Towel down there. I believe it is her. Is it her? Yep, it's her. You want that. Is it this one? I think it's this one. But it might actually be, I might be able to... Oh no, it's this one. So you want to do this. This right here will give you the fastest warp time. Now, warp speed is basically 1,000. So it normally took me about, I think, a minute to get here, and now it takes me 50 seconds. It'll take me even faster if I go, like, for my system here. I'm gonna go here and attack this. And that's actually, this is actually gonna go up. This is gonna go up. I'm gonna hit my N key real quickly. I'm gonna go back down here. Did that not... Oh. I thought what this did. After winning a battle, increases the warp speed by 70%. Okay. Why did that not... Maybe I have to go in and out again? Okay, this that didn't, for some reason. It's just... We're now having some officer ability buffs problems, so that might not be working. But let's just see here. Oh yeah, it did work. That shaved another 4 minutes off my time. I mean, another 4 seconds. You could set that up. You can then buff yourself with your NX-01. You can go here and you can live twice. And that's the one thing that a lot of people don't know. There's only one exception to this, and that will be it down in mirror space. This does not work here, okay? I didn't realize. I never looked at those two. So unless you're in this space, this won't work. If your ship dies, you will keep the loot. So let's just say, for an instance, with this ship died, okay, right now, I would still get the 191 dilithium that I got here, even though the ship died. And the thing is, most armadas actually, what they do is what we call instant loot, where as soon as you kill it, it instantly goes to your inventory. Instantly just goes here. It doesn't go take up your cargo. There's only 2 exceptions to that, and that is your exchange loop. These guys here. Oh no, sorry, that was the one system that doesn't have armadas. Come on. I'm hitting all the wrong buttons. These armadas, the loot goes into your inventory, so you won't get any loot from that. And the other armadas that you technically, the other solar armadas that you do are these ones. These also go into your main inventory. Now, these ones are a little, like, as you can see, I've actually never run these. I have, like, what is that? Damn, I can run a lot of these right now. Wow. So, but, like, again, these armadas basically do nothing. The only time I've ever run these is we had an event once a long time ago that gave damage, and these counted, so I burned a whole bunch of these. But, you know, like, those are the only armadas that they put loot into your cargo. So, that's the one thing that's really nice, is you can go anywhere, and if you die, you still get the loot. So, it's like, it's really beneficial for you just to, like, slap that on. And the thing is, this can actually go way faster if you wanted to. If you don't need the extra warp range, you can go even farther. You're going to get that even down even more, because I can get rid of this. Is it you, I think? Oh, yeah. You can put that there. So, technically speaking, actually, you'd want this guy replaced if you're going for the warp range. But if you're not, you can just go there. And look at that, as I'm already over 1,000. I'm already over 1,000, so right now, just for perspective, that's already gone down there. So let's just go back here and let's go kill another hostile. And if you just want to get there fast, because, like, let's just say, because it takes like 4 minutes to get here. So that was at 49 with that max speed officer. It's down to, look at that, down to 39. 39 seconds. Now, of course, for you, that will be a lot. This will be a lot more. And what's even nicer about that is there's even exos that you can run. I think it'd be like in Station. Yeah, you can. I think it's no, it's not Station. I guess it is Galaxy. You could run. Yeah, warp speed. You can run more warp speed. So that's what I used to do. What I used to do is I would come here. I would bump one of these down, and I would, if someone had it. Someone would activate like this, and I could get up to here when Damo and I were doing it in like less than a minute, and that's when I used to take like 4 minutes to get up here, and I could just get here fast, bang, boom, beam, and you're done. And so that's just the one thing That's just the power of this one ship. Just this one ship. You can. It's the when you get into G4, this is the ship you want to get. The next ship that you want to get in G4 is oh, I guess I don't have it out. The Relativity. But you'll see why more you want the Relativity once we get into arenas. That'll be on Friday. But that's the big thing about this is the NX-01 gets you around the galaxy everywhere. And you just want this ship. With all the loot exo, and the thing is, there's just so much more, like, oh, wait. So, faction store, like, everything that's in this loop it's just, like, really worth it. There's just so much stuff here you can get. Another one that's really nice to get, which will really help you with arenas, is getting this opportunity chip boost. That will give you another 50% more chips from that. So, see here, you can get more loot to Xindi hostels. Killing hostels, an outpost with the... Oh. That's kind of interesting. But, you can get just a lot of stuff, a lot of loot, using it. Again, this is actually really cheap to get. One thing that I've been really loving right now recently is I've been getting the extra loot, extra cargo from ore. I'm right now basically getting 100% almost with all the bonus I have. I'm getting basically almost 100% more extra ore that I mine. That is really beneficial to you. So that's just the big thing about this loop. And the other thing that this loop really helps is, you can see, there's the Fisha. You can get here for your Fisha loop. You can get your Stella loop and stuff in here for Stella loots. I buy this occasionally. As you can see, you can get millions. Another thing that I like to use this loop for is the Defiant. I don't really like to do kill these specific hostiles. I can just pull this. And that's 5.5 million. Oh, mind you, okay, this is all max because I have the ship's max. So you're going to get a lot less than that. The Voyager is also in here. What other ships? I think if I go to the archives... Oh, that was another thing that was in there. Is this. You could, the ISO miners, the ISO ore was in there. You could get that in there. And, if you do a double pull every day, basically, for the ISO miner, if you do a double pull 2 days in a row, you get 3 days worth of max pulls. Without us having the faction, with or without us having the faction buff to it. So, my personal opinion, if you can get it, is you want the NX-01. It is a really good ship. Everything in that loop is really good. And the thing that's also nice about it is there's also a warp bonus to warp speed. So, that's just the main thing that you just really want to grab, is everything it's just really good. It's just, that's how I was able to turbo start myself. Thanks to that, and with Damo's help, and with Fett's help, which sad to say Fett's is not around much anymore, I was able to start max pulling all of these stuff. All of these. And one thing that's really nice about that is when you go to Ops 6, when you want to tier up to get to Ops, I think it's Ops 51, you need these rare tactical cores. With that NX-01 boost, you can go up to where you can get millions of loot. a rare loot. Meaning this pool is really easy to pull. You're not hamstringed on it. This pool is also real easy to pull. You can get more. I don't think you can. You get it. I don't think you. No, you don't get that here. But like that's just the big benefit is if you can max pull these two, it's not hurting it. It doesn't hurt you at all. So that's just the one thing that I really always recommend you if you can, is get that NX01 loop. Now, to put it into perspective, some people right now in our alliance never really went for that. And they still did pretty fine. They're up here with us G6 players. But if you really want to have a benefit of being a low tier 4 player, if you want to play slow, if you're one of those slow players that just like to get everything, that is the biggest benefit if you can get to yourself, is getting the NX01, get that max warp favor. You can go all over the galaxy, places you're not meant to go, and you'll be able to see things. One thing that's actually really beneficial, that's actually really cool, is some places out here have places where you can park your base, okay? If you're a let's just say you're a G5 player, okay, and you got a nice miner, you can go out here to one of these systems. Like, for instance, I don't think this system, no, this system doesn't have, no, this system doesn't. But there's a system out here that is a non-mineable system that doesn't have any hazards. You can set out a miner out here on one of these G6 nodes, and then you can wake up in the morning on Mining Monday, you can pull it, and you'd be instantly winning your Mining Monday event. And nobody would be able to stop you because you could go out this far and pull it. So, like, there's a lot of things you can do. Because with the NX you can go out this far, like, one thing that I like to do back in the day is, I think it's here. If I go to mining system, where is it? Is it not here? I guess it's not, but, like, what I don't remember which, I guess it might be over actually in here. Zoom in, yeah. So, like, back in the day, what I would do is I would go out to this system here. I would park my base out here, and I'll put all my miners out on this lat node. Back in the day, because I could get my NX01 up here, and I could see up here enough to actually put my base out here. Which, again, I'll show you how easy it is. Like, I have many of it stuff, so I don't mind. Let's go here, pull that out. So I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to stop it, because I don't really want to do that. I hit this button here. I would then go here, recall my ship, click on one of these things, relocate my base, and I would set all my miners out on these overnight. And then I wake up in the morning, I could pull them all at once, and I was max pulling my Latinum every single day, which is really good. You can get the Devore and Fisha maxed out. And what's really nice now, thanks to the archive, if you can get the free AT skin also that we get, I'm getting a guaranteed 1K, 100K Latinum every single day, guaranteed. Thanks to that. And so, like, again, the power of that one ship going up here and, coming here in G6 space back in the day was really powerful. And that's just that. Like I said, you can go all the way out to, I believe, this system. Okay, so stop. Stop. Thank you. I think it's this system. Does this system have a home base? Yes, that's what it does. This is another system. You could go here. You could park your base here. You can send out all your G4 miners out on these nodes. if you didn't have, any of the tokens. Like, look at that, 3 million. Park your ship out here overnight. A lot of people forget about that these systems even exist in lower ops, and you can mine here perfectly safe and sound. Nobody would ever know, and then you can jump back home because you have your home right there or right here. And so that's just like the big thing. Another thing that is really beneficial is gas is one of those nodes that are always busy. You go out here, nobody knows you're out here. You can just mine this to your heart's content. And so that's just the one thing that just the NX has that is you're able to go here and then see these territories and then move your base there, which is really awesome. And so that's just really the benefit that you get from having the NX01. You know, it's just really enjoyable. It's like doing these really benefited my growth really fast. Having Damo's help up here, doing these 70 armadas with my NX01, massively boosted my Revenant. I had my Revenant maxed here, max mark, before I even, as soon as I got into G5 territory, when the rares became available to me. As soon as I got them, I was instantly maxed because I had all the loot. I could just keep on pulling it. Maximum pulling those loops, and it was just so simple and fast to do. And so that's just the real benefit that you get with having that warp favor so max. And that's one reason why I recommend it. Damo recommends it. Because Damo and I really love helping our lower end players get up here and start really killing up here. And so that's just the one thing I just really encourage you all to do is just get up here, just get that NX and get up here to duel them. Because, like I said, a G4 player, or I think it's Ops 42, you get the NX. I think by Ops 50, I don't really remember when Arenas starts for you. I don't even know the lowest end. It might be Ops 40 that you can start doing Arenas. But yeah, so like I said, on Friday I'll show you how to do Arenas, the strategies and all that, which is going to be really enjoyable for those people who really like that. But I guess that's really just the main thing. I don't know if any of you guys have any other questions for the NX or anything like that, or the Xindi loop. One thing I'll say though is I just find that the only hostile that's really worth it in these are the miners. Otherwise, if I don't really end up killing them much, the actual just non token hostiles, just because they're not, just in my opinion, really worth it. They don't give you enough loot to be enjoyable unless you're going up to the 62s, but you really need faction ships to kill these. And when you're at the ops, when you get the NX, you just can't kill them whatever you do. So that's just the biggest benefit, I think, is you just can go up here and do those armadas. And that's just the one thing, like I said, if so you can have up to 7 people in armada. I mean, you don't really need that, but let's just say you got up here, I got up here, I could defeat these with my Vindicator, and you'd have that event done, and you're getting max pulls for the whole entire week. Going up here and killing one of those at Ops 50 to Ops 60, you're getting the max pulls of the rare pull. This pull right here, max pull. Now, of course, this is level 59 plus. I need to do, when I max pull these, I have to pull I mean, I have to do the Armada solo nowadays to be able to get this Maxwell every week. And also, what I end up doing is I actually do the Loot Exo. I bank a bunch of these. So, for solos for me, I just do a whole bunch of solo Armadas. And then, um, I just start banking them. Because I basically try to buy them as much as I can. And always just keep on max pulling those every single day until I get to a certain amount, or I might make a note that I have this amount of loot and I'm only going to pull it this amount of times. But basically, what you want to do is, to an extent, you want to be able to pull two of the rare pulls, which is 5,000 solo points every single week. Because if you can do that, by the time you get to the end of the month and we have Incursion, you have the Loot Exo. If you can solo them, you do really good. So that's just the big benefit of wanting to do that. And of course, you can still run Loot Exo even if I'm running, big boy in your Armada because you can't solo them. You can still run full loot, get that loot. Also, yeah, no, you see, but that's another thing though. So if you go here that loop and you are max rep, you can get this ability here, where um, this actually does work on armadas, and so you can get an extra 50% to loot, plus whatever loot exos you have and officers you have. So you can really benefit, even though might not be getting as much. You're still getting a lot. So that's my biggest thing for you all is just get that loot exo up, the warp exo up, so you can get up here and start killing these. You can also get here and get all these rares. Again, very beneficial to you. So that's just like the main thing you want to be doing if you can get it. It just makes life so much easier for you. So, but one other team that, by the way, just to show you guys, another officer that you can use if you get to ops a tier 8 on those to kill the lower end battleships. If you so if I want to go to group, I'm going to unselect this. Another thing you can do that I like to do is it yeah, I think it's hammer. So another crew you can do if you are at tier 8, or if you have the temporal conduit, is doing James Kirk with Sam, which actually no, it should not be hammer. It should be no, Una doesn't work. I guess the best thing actually to be is this, and then Una. And the reason being is because at max, Captain James, his captain's ability allows you to bypass 100% of shield mitigation, which allows you to one-shot, basically. He's got, a good damage buff. Kirk has a good crit buff. And then she's only there for more speed, so you can destroy more of them faster and get loot more. Or if you don't have anoraks, you can use this crew to kill a lot more of the rare battleships to get more of the rare tokens. So that's another crew you can do. But that one you really need to have the temporal conduit, and you really got to hit a lot lower because they just do a lot of, the battleships just do a lot of damage. But that's basically mostly everything that you can really get from the NX loop, and it's very beneficial. One thing a lot of people also generally end up using, which I kind of I did for a little bit. It was really beneficial, and that is running. Okay, let's go back to group. Is running something like this, and Archer here gives you a 300% to the resources you get from Xindi hostiles. So this could be beneficial. I really don't recommend it because by the time that you can kill the battleships, yeah, this is kind of useless kind of a crew because you gotta be like tier 8. Now, mind you, I got the conduit really late because RNG was not in my favor, and there was no other easy way to get the temporal conduit chaos tech. So, in that regards, this might have been a little better later on, early on if you had the temporal conduit. So, but otherwise, to be honest with you, I would generally stick away from Archer, even though it'd be really nice to have Archer to be better. But it just by the time you get that loot percent, it's not really good. And again, if you want loot, you know, going Epicard, going Epicard, and Rachel already gives you that loot, and Picard here is he gives you more isolated cascade for 3 rounds every time. Every time you get hit, every time you hit a hostile with your armada, with your weapons. So you're already getting a better synergy, in my opinion, with this than you get with Archer, which again is really sad, but just that's how it goes. So unless Danielle, Grizzly, unless you guys have any questions, I might just raid on over to another stream. Because you guys, I know you guys are here and you guys might have some opinions if you want, but I think that's pretty much all I've got for you. And the benefits of the NXO loop. Alright, so I guess I don't really have much else to do, so I'm gonna raid on out to another Star Trek streamer if you guys want to watch them. And that was, I think, a pretty good evening. So I will see all of you, if you guys want, on Friday to learn the whole entire ins and outs of arenas, along with some gameplay. So that will be very beneficial to all of you, learning that, because arenas is really the big benefit to doing solo wave, doing really to benefit your loop. So I will see you all on Friday if you guys want to watch, and send you over to Jason VNAC.